Hey, hey, hey. Hey, boss team. How's it going? Welcome back to another Lady Print Boss video. Tonight I'm finishing up on orders, guys. I had a not horrible week because making money is never horrible. It's been busy, busy, busy week. A lot of quoting, a lot of working on my administrative side of the business. And so I'm finishing up on some stuff tonight. Come work with me. We'll do Q&A if you have any questions, have any issues going on in your business. And I'm just going to kind of go through and share some of the tips and things that I have going on in the business this week. I probably have pulled about 80 hours this week. Yesterday, I worked until like 8 or 9 o'clock. The day before, the same thing. And, a lot of times people think that because you start a business working for yourself that you don't have to work long hours. Normally, y'all know I am a 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. girl, but it doesn't always work like that. And I was actually going to go get in the bed a little while ago, but I had to start on the wine because it is cold in Texas and that temperature is dropping. So we are trying to get ourselves ready for the weather. Um, had a lot of quotes this week. A lot of quotes that I had to get out this week. I think that in business, guys, the administrative side of your business is something that I see a lot of entrepreneurs um, let fall by the wayside. It's a lot of things that when you start your business, there go my other glasses. A lot of things that when you start your business, a lot of times people are so excited to get into business and to learn the processes, right, of the business that they forget about the most important thing. And to me, the most important thing that you will ever learn in business is how to market and how to sell and how to run that administrative side of your business. As a small business, it is easy for you to build yourself up to where you're making 100,000, 200,000, even 250, 300,000 a year. This year I'm going for that three, y'all, working at home. And I can tell you, when we had a big building, I could pull close to a million, close to a $500,000 in sales, right? And out of almost $500,000 in sales, at the end of the year, I'm going home with 100,000 bucks in my pocket, right? The whole year. So you're looking at me working literally for 20% of what my sales were. And when we shut down the shop and decided to work from home, I knew because I did it before that it would be the best thing. And I was just hoping. And, last year did pretty good to start in March, ended in November, and we did over 200,000 the entire year. But that is from the t-shirt shop business, the dog business, other businesses. And this year, if things go the way that I want them to, with me coming out the gate early, I should be able to easily clear that 200,000. Um, and probably even more if things go the way that I want them to go. I did a lot of quotes this week, um, a lot of updating of my systems, um, going back in, refining my email contacts, going through things, setting up marketing campaigns. I had an issue. If you guys follow the channel, I had a serious issue the beginning of um, the second day of January. You know, I had that issue with phone lines not working. And so that put me like a week behind, because the first week I literally only made like $3,000 in sales because I didn't have the phone line. So now that the phone lines are up and running, um, I have not, and this is the great part. The phones are ringing. I have not, guys, started to run my marketing campaigns and promotions. The only thing that I have been doing thus far is doing my email marketing, and I did not get to really dive all the way into the email marketing like I wanted to, because I was having issues with internet. And so as I started to do the campaigns and the phone started to ring, sometimes you have to pull your ads. But for me, so it's very important for you to learn how to market yourself. And guys, I mean, you guys know that you barely see me on social media. You see me as Lady Print Boss, but you don't see me marketing here. So a lot of quotes this week. Tell people, and I knew that this was going to happen. And I told you guys, I said, hey, come January, I'm going to take off. I'm really expecting to take off in February, because February is always the month. February, March, that's when it normally takes off. But it's already starting. So how do you get yourself to where the phones are ringing, right? I've been in business for a long time. Of course y'all know that. So 20 some years in the game. So yeah, my phones are gonna ring, but the phones don't ring all the time, right? You have to figure out who your customer is, and you have to know when to turn those phone lines on. And you have to do your research. It takes time to figure out, okay, who is my customer? When are they needing shirts? I have been combing the internet for the last few weeks, looking for different activities, for different events, groups, when they're going to be needing shirts, right? It's the beginning of the year. You got most of the people that I see are looking for like graduation, things like that. Instead of looking at doing those graduation shawls, how about just go after the whole dang school? How about just jump on the vendors list, reach out to the city, reach out to the school district in your area, reach out to all the private schools. If you just create, I'm here to tell y'all, if you just create one flyer with maybe 3, 4 different designs, graduation designs, and you go out there to those schools and you start pushing just create a package for graduation shirts. And like senior shirts, right? So let's say, don't go find the smallest school either, because the thing is, the more shirts you make, the more money you're going to make, right? And so you have to make sure that when you're looking for customers, figure out where you can fit in within your local market, because that's very important. You have to figure out. When I started doing shirts, y'all, I had to figure out where I fit in, because the big companies who are getting the shirt orders that are 1,000, 2,500, 5,000 pieces, I couldn't compete, right? Because when I started, I would have to do outsource, what's called contract printing, right? I would outsource that type of stuff. And when I would outsource that type of stuff, I wouldn't make any money. And here's why. Because when you start outsourcing at big numbers, right? Companies that do contract printing, at least around in these parts, what they'll do is they'll push your order back. This is how I ended up getting into screen printing, getting my automatic machine so that I could do my own stuff so that I could compete within that market, right? So within screen printing or printing in general, right, you have what's called your retail printing. You have what's called your wholesale printing, and then you have what's called contract printing. A lot of times people get it confused. They think that contract printing and wholesale printers are the same thing, but it's not. So, for example, with me, what I do is kind of retail wholesale. I don't do contract printing. So I go after schools. I go after restaurants. I go after companies who are needing events, right? And how do you find these people? People are like, how do you find people? You have to literally start searching your city, finding out what events, what's going on. Get on Eventbrite. See, hey, what's going on over here? I can't tell y'all all my secrets, you know what I'm saying? But you got to get out there and start finding those people. Start sending emails to people. Get out. Sometimes you gotta put the footwork in. Sometimes you gotta put the footwork in too, guys. And another thing is, if you're just starting your business, right? I learned this in a lot of my followers don't know, but I've got 24 years in screen printing. But before I was screen printing, y'all, I was the person who was answering the phones, talking to the buyers, and selling to the buyers at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Sears and Roebuck, places like that. I would talk to the people who were in their job was to purchase products. And so I was a wholesale rep for a company, and all I did was find clients and find people to sell product to, right, for their stores. And so when you do that type of stuff, we're talking about volume. It may be that there's this new dress that comes out, and I want to put it in 10 stores that you have. And so those contracts, sometimes those contracts be $50,000, $60,000 for a contract, right? And I learned a lot about selling through that experience, right? From being a wholesale rep. And so for me, it kind of changed my thoughts on a lot of things, right? And so when you have that background, right, you know how things are sold. And I want to share that with y'all because there are so many moms and pop stores, even boutiques, stores that, and a store doesn't have to be a small shop, right? Where if you, let's say that you're in your town and you do a lot of, you're trying to get your business off the ground. Let's say that you have a clothing line, right? Maybe you do a set design or a set package of designs that you have that's geared towards, maybe it's geared towards hip hop, maybe it's geared towards rock and roll, maybe it's geared towards little kids or whatever the situation is that you have, right? So what you do is you go out, if you go out and you start, and you got to do the footwork, right? You start looking for these types of businesses. You come up with wholesale packaging prices of what you can sell a product for, right? And now with AI, it's super, super easy to create something and manufacture it and then sell it to the end, well, not the end consumer, but to the store. And then that store turns around and sells it. And so you package it up, you get your packaging, you package it up, you do, let's say 2 smalls. What do we do? 2, 4, 4, 2. So that would be 2 small, 4 medium, 4 large, 2 extra large, right? That's a standard in retail in retail. And then if if you're doing plus sizes, you add those. You sell plus sizes actually sell differently. So normally when you package your wholesale stuff, you're packaging in packages of 12. Some people will sell by cases, but normally it's you buy so many regular sizes, your standard sizes in packs of 12, and then you buy your extended sizes. You can buy those, you sell those in packs of 6 or packs of 12, right? That makes your customer not be able to just jump all around. They have to buy so many of these and then so many of these, which increases your sales volume. Awesome, awesome way to get your name out there into the business, guys. So tonight I'm probably going to do, I need to de-stress tonight. I want to do a, I want to show you guys how to do screen printing on a screen. I see the comments coming off across the screen, but y'all are over here, so I'm going to look in just a second. So I've got some quotes that I need to finish up. If you guys do not have my t-shirt calculator, I'm about to drop a new one. It's not new, it's just an updated version with Shop Manager. It is fire. When I tell you guys I outdid myself this time. Not only are you going to be able to still do your 30-second quotes and invoices, I'm now bringing in to the job proofs. You guys are going to have the ability to already have t-shirt mock-ups in your job proof that you are going to be able to color change right there in the program. So no more creating your job proofs in Corel and then going and putting them over in the application. No more of that. Everything done at once. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Quick, 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 and easy. So about to finish up. As you guys can see, I've started putting my stuff up on the wall. I have this little board. I have a board behind me. Saturday night, I want to write down what I need to do next week. The orders that I have Alicia. This is so I have an order that I have to do, and I need to put a due date. Whenever I'm doing my orders, guys, I have a big board behind me, but then I have this small board and it sits right here in front of me because I'm getting older and my memory is getting bad. So not only do I have my daily planners and all that stuff, but I have this sitting here too. So for her, I have her shirts are ordered. That's how I go through. First thing I want to know is if I'm paid. If the order is paid, I'm going to write paid on it in green. So the shirts, I need to order shirts. No, I have her shirts. Shirts are here. Shirts are here. So I can go ahead and I need to order her caps. So I'm going to be doing, this is a small order for a company. They're getting 14 shirts and they are getting 14 caps. Now, y'all remember at the beginning of the year, this is how I'm going to increase my income. I said I'm no longer turning down orders of 6 pieces. So normally we just do 24 pieces or more. I'm dropping down to 6 pieces, which means I have to switch up the process of the way that I'm going to be printing. I cannot take 6 pieces, put it on a screen print machine because it's going to slow things down. So for 6 pieces, since I cannot, I could, but I don't want to because it's going to slow down my presses. So what I'm going to do is for 1 and 2 color jobs, we will be able to do those in the office. These screen clamps, if you are doing vinyl, right? These clamps right here, and you don't have the ability to screen print, all you have to do, and I can't hardly get the clamp off of there now, is jump on Amazon. These are $11. These are $11. And you will be able to use your vinyl cutter, cut out your design, and you will need to purchase a screen. These screens are about 25 bucks. This one has yellow mesh on it. All you need is a regular 110 mesh screen. This will be your screen printing press, right? I'm going to show you guys this in a second. We're going to work with that. So what I'm going to do, the plan is for those 1 and 2 color jobs, I can screen print them like that, which I have a smaller press, which I'll end up bringing in. But I brought this one in, just this, because people are saying I don't have room to screen print. If you have this much room to clamp this onto something, you got a screen print machine where you're going to be able to do a couple of things, right? So the whole purpose of doing this is because you don't have to use emulsion, which is how we coat the screen. You don't have to burn the screen, right? So you're going to create your design in vinyl, put the vinyl on here, right? We're going to pick it in reverse, and we're going to be able to print our jobs. Big difference, big game changer for some of y'all, and a lot of money savings, right? Because when you look at ink, you're looking at anywhere from 15-20 cents on an average print versus what you would be looking at for, I don't know what vinyl is running now, y'all, right? So maybe what are you looking at for a foot of vinyl, right? So and you're not going to have to be picking. So you're going to pick that one time, and then you're going to do this, and then you don't have to reclaim the screen because you pull the vinyl off, clean the screen, and you're done. And then you can do it again, right? And you can do up to about 100. You can do up to about 100 prints or more with that vinyl that I'm going to show y'all. If you look at some of these other processes, like this, what is it called? The X-Tool printer, you cannot reuse the screen. Okay? So a lot of these products, y'all have to be careful about things, how you're ordering things, okay? And what you're spending your money on. Because a lot of this stuff out here, quite frankly, people are just selling it because you got affiliates that are selling stuff because, hey, that's their job. They making their money, right? You got companies, they're going to sell you stuff because that's their job. They're making their money. I'm going to show you how to make money. This is the original Make Money Screen Printing channel. So before we were Lady Print Boss, that was the channel's name. Okay, y'all, so I got to order these caps, and I need to order 14 caps. Y'all are going to order these with me. So we're going to get on here. We're going to order this real quick. And, hey, I see y'all coming in. We're going to order this real quick. Y'all just jump over here with me and go through these invoices with me real quick. I only have a couple things that I need to put. Well, you know what? I don't have to order these. I can wait, and I can order these on Monday, but I just need to put in. So this order right here. So I got 14 caps and 14 shirts. The 14 shirts, one color job. We're going to try to make the screen for it. If I got to look at the artwork and see. But we'll try to make a screen for it. I did not print off the job proof. We'll try to make a screen for it if it's not too detailed in the vinyl. I lost a job this week. So let me tell you guys. How many of y'all have bullcrapped around, slow rolled, dragged your feet, and lost your customer? It happens. It happens. The rule for 2024 is to send those invoices immediately. Because I didn't have the phone lines up and I was going through a bunch of stuff and doing other quotes and stuff like that, it cost me this job. It cost me a $2,618.62 order. Yep, cost me that job. So this job is money out of my pocket. Money out of my pocket. So I want to talk to y'all about that. How can you save jobs? Right? That should have been a job that I never lost. Once, and this is the thing, and this is for me. Out of every 10 jobs that I quote, I should get 8 of those jobs, right? And the reason I say I should get 8 of those jobs is because if you know how, and you should be getting at least 8 of those jobs. When I talk to customers, the first thing that I want to know is, when is your event, or when are you needing the product? When are you needing these shirts, right? That's how you know if this is urgent, right? If somebody calls you and they say, hey, yeah, I have people call me, yeah, we're having a family reunion in October. This is January. I'll give them a quote. But the truth of the matter is that if you got a lot of stuff going on, you got to kind of push them to the back burner and not spend a lot of time on them, right? So when you ask someone, when is the event, right? And you try to give them a quote, you have to make sure that you don't just give them a quote over the phone, or if they walk into your store and give them a quote, right? You have to walk away with what? Y'all are back off in the chat. Let me see who's on here. Let me see who's on here that I've trained, because some of y'all are in here. Cleve. Cynthia. What do you have to walk away with, A to Z Crafty Shop? What do you have to walk away with? If somebody comes to you and you're giving them a quote, you're giving them pricing, what's the most important thing that you are trying to get from them? What are you guys trying to get from your customers? Little Minor Designs. Hey, lady. When you're talking to a customer and you're giving them a quote mail, what are you trying to get in return? Because it has to be, see, a lot of times we think that we're talking to customers and we're just giving them the quote. The deposit is good, but you need something more. You need something more before you even get to that. In your first conversation with that customer, there are some things that you need to get from that customer, right? Because if you call me, yes, I'd like to get a quote on custom t-shirts, and I go through my routine and I give you the quote, right? And I hang up the phone and I have not collected any information from you, I can't get back in contact with you, right? So the first thing you need to do is you need to get that customer's contact information. You want to have their phone number. You really want that email. The email is the gem, y'all. It is the gem. The email is the gem. I have been hollering and screaming that the email is the gem. The email is your golden nugget to success. Why? Because you may not, let's say, for example, you you want to get the email and the phone number, because you might write the email down wrong. A lot of times if they're online and if you are working your home office and you're talking to somebody and you have them online, okay, what's your email? And type that email in. If you're sitting at a desk, type that email in right then and there. Go to Gmail, create you a templated email. Hey, thanks for reaching out. This is Latana at such. We just got off the phone, blah, blah, blah. Just confirming the email. Something quick and simple, just for you to know that they got the email, right? Hey, did you get my email? If you don't have time, right? So you're going to get that email. You're going to get their email address. You're going to get their phone number so that you can contact them. Because like Mel said, you need those event details, right? You're going to get the event details, and sometimes it's not for an event. Sometimes it's for their company. They need company shirts, and it's not really for the company for an event. It may be for them to wear it for their business or whatever, right? You want to, when you're talking to people, y'all, when you are talking to your customers, you have to get up real close over here. When you're talking to clients and somebody's calling you, it's like you want to talk to them and you want to act as if you are intrigued by what they are saying. If they call you and they say, yeah, we're having an event, so and so and so and so, and you're like, okay, and how many shirts and what do you want? And you're robotic, you're not going to get them. You have to be very personal, right? And you'll get the majority of those quotes. Now, there are times that you're not going to get an order. You get a person that's just a cheapskate. Or if you get a person that has some type of prejudice, and when I say prejudice, sometimes you run into people the weirdest thing, like they don't want to deal with you because you're a woman. They don't want to deal with you because you're black. They don't want to deal with you because of whatever the situation is, right? Because you're a home business or whatever. You can overcome most things, right? And how do we overcome those things? You're going to overcome any type of reservations that you feel that your customer has. You're going to start working on that today. Sit down and write a list of why a customer will not work with you. What are your weaknesses that you think a customer won't work with you? A lot of times people is like, oh, because I'm at home, I'm a home business, they won't work with me. If you're a home business, like me, you have to go that extra mile to ensure your customers that you are able to get the job done. And the way that you do that is by having social proof, right? Well, if you don't have a lot of customers, sometimes you don't have any videos, you don't have any pictures, you don't have any social proof. So you have to start creating social proof. You have to start posting on your social media. You have to create a Google presence. If you have to start a blog, right? If you have to start a blog, then you start a blog. And add that to your website so that starts to come up in social in search engines, right? So that starts to come up so that when people start to research you, because people are going to research you, okay? Start doing jobs, even if you're doing it for yourself, taking pictures, putting those pictures up so that people can see your work, right? Start wearing your products. Wear your products. There was a time that I wore my products, but now I'm like an old mechanic, and everybody knows that the mechanic is the one who, if you're a good mechanic, your car ain't fixed because you fixing everybody else's car, okay? So you just have to just really, really start doing things to grow your business and to prove yourself to people, right? Now, for me, there are some give and take. There are some things that I do at home with a home business that I tell you I can't stand. Um, we offer local delivery, free local delivery, right? That I wouldn't do that if I wasn't a home business. But my local delivery is over X amount of dollars. You spend $500 with me, I can get up and drive 15 minutes, okay? Within a certain amount of miles or things like that, I can do that. So this one is good to go. This one is, we have some some gray hoodies that need to be ordered. Sherry. Okay. These. Okay, so here are those things that I need to order. And then I need to, almost done, y'all. I need to do some follow-ups. So another thing that people do not do is follow up on quotes. So I have a couple of big quotes going on. We got Frisco. We got SMU. I need to follow up on the invoice. Make sure that the invoice gets paid. So I gotta check for that payment. Once that's done, that will go. Once I get payment in on orders, it goes into my routine of getting processed. SS. Follow up on their quote. Sent out a bunch of big quotes over the weekend. Let's see. I got SMU on there. Okay, her send a quote. Okay. We should be good to go. This is going to go directly in front of me. Directly in front of me up here on this little stand. There it goes. Those little job boards, you can just grab those from Five Below store for a couple of bucks. These are going to go over to the side. Here. Okay. So let me go back through and take a look at what you guys have going on out here. Anybody have any questions? Nicole Reeves, I saw you say deposits. You know what, Nicole? I do not take deposits. I do full payment. There was a time when I first started doing shirts, I would do a 50% deposit on orders, right? And I quickly learned that a lot of times when people give you deposits and then when they would come back to get the shirts, they would always find something to complain about, right? And I know that a lot of people like to do deposits because they feel that, well, I'm going to do a deposit and then, the person, they're not paying for the whole thing. They're going to get to come back and da-da-da this and da-da-da that. I stopped doing deposits. It was too much work for me. I started instead developed a t-shirt calculator. And this is what changes the game. When you are doing business, what we call I'm not going to say that word. let's say bootleg business, right? Bootleg business is when you talk to a customer and you're talking about getting shirts and da 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 da, and you're going by your word, or they're just giving you cash. There's now business is when you print off that invoice and hand it to them and tell them to make that payment. How would you like to pay? Okay, let me put that in. People will call and say, well, how much is it a shirt? Oh, and you say, oh, it's $8 a shirt. Okay, well, girl, it's going to be 20, I'm going to need 20 shirts. I need, it's $25 a shirt. Girl, I need 20 shirts or whatever, right? And so you're leaving money on the table. Because a lot of times it comes to what type of shirts are you going to get? How much ink's going to be done? Is it going to have print on the front, print on the back? That's why we have the invoicing software, right? For you to be able to price those things and not miss out on any of that stuff. We're going to turn to it really, really quick, y'all. So that's why we have this stuff. Let's see here. What do I have on the desktop? Let's see. Let me cut a desktop on over here. Let's see if I can turn a desktop on over here. Not that one. Let's go to maybe desktop 3. I don't know why my desktops are not coming out. Okay, let's go over here. Why are my other desktops not coming on? Y'all give me a second. Let me figure out why my desktops ain't coming on. 3. There we go. Okay. Check this out. So let's close this out. And let's just open all of these quotes from today. Let's say here we go. Okay, that desk invoice is cleared. Okay, that's fine. And where'd it go? Let's go back in and open it up. Okay, I'm over on a whole nother screen. But let's put this over in here, right? Let's put this over in here. And let's just auto hide this so that this is big as it can be. And let's just go back down and hit show tab and drop this down. Okay, so this is what I mean, guys. So when you are giving people's quotes on things, right? Because different shirts, and this is where a lot of people lose money. A lot of people lose money because you're pricing things and you're just trying to go off of your head, right? But you need to be able to put in that 3,600 shirt, right? You need to be able to put that in, and that has a certain price. And some shirts, there's an extra fee for a certain color, right? So we go in and we put all of that stuff in, and then we put in however much we have on the quantity, right? So you need to be able to do that. And there are so many different shirts and hoodies and different things, and you need to have set prices. Now this one, we got a set screen print prices over here, but then you also can close that up, and now you're into your heat press area, and then you have prices for that. If you do embroidery, you have prices for all of that. So it's all kinds of stuff that something's popping up there wrong. All kinds of stuff, right? What if that customer doesn't have artwork ready, right? If you're doing a quote on a actual invoicing system, you have the option to charge for all of that as you are doing the quote, right? So you have an option to charge for all of that. You have an option of, as you're asking them about stuff, well, when do you need it? And they're telling you, oh, I need it in 5 days. Okay, well, this is our regular price, 5 days. That's going to add an extra $89. Are you okay with that? If they say no, okay, well, we can do that for 10 days. You'll be surprised at how fast a customer changes their mind from needing stuff within 2-3 days to needing it in 10 days when you're doing that, right? Shipping and handling, rush fees, your state sales tax, all of that stuff, right? You have all of that stuff in there ready to go. Even these pricing charts over here, pricing charts are going to really saves the day for a lot of people, because pricing charts, you just put in that You just go in there and you put in whatever shirt that is, and you have an instant pricing chart that you can send out to people. And here's the thing, right? I'm going to get up off the t-shirt calculator because I done gave it to y'all and told y'all what it is. And that's all I do. It sells itself. Could have swore that I just saw an email pop up, guys. Could have swore that I just saw somebody reply to an email. So let's see here. So it's about it's I see so many people spend money on the unnecessary things, right? And not focus on the things that are going to make your business grow. The invoicing application also, not just mine, anyone that you get, you should have the ability to save your contact information, right? All the information I was just telling you guys, you can put that in there. Now you have started to create your email list so that you can start sending ads out to people. Once you get to the point where I am, how many of y'all see it? I mean, tell me in the comments. Y'all be on the channel. Y'all see it. There's nothing like being able to say, girl, I'm broke today, but I'm going to go in here. I need to make me some money. I'm going to go in here and cut these phones on and make this happen. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to shoot out a few emails because I need a new car. Or I need to get so and so. I need to do this or that. And you have instant money. When you look at your custom business, your custom decorated apparel, promotional products, when you look at your business as a promotional products business, right? And not as, oh, I make t-shirts. When you look at it as a real business and you start to run your business as a real business, not a hobby, right? And a real business can be Saturday and Sunday, right? It can be Saturday and Sunday. You're running it at certain times. When I come into my office, I'm in here and I'm working. And, you know, a lot of times I have family members that'll call, hey, girl, what you doing? Working. Start to train yourselves. Train yourselves that you're doing certain steps to get to where you need to be. If you're not on the search engines, make sure that you're on the search engines. Stop listening to folks telling y'all that social media is all you need. Social media is good. Social media is good. It's a new age of things that's going on. However, I've said it 100 times and I'll say it 100 more times until it soaks in. If I need to buy a new printer, I ain't going and looking on social media for a printer. If I need to buy some makeup, I'm not going looking on social media for makeup. If I'm looking for t-shirts for an event, I'm not going looking on social media. I know I see people out there, y'all, that say, hey, I need a person that does t-shirts. I'm not talking about them. We're not talking about them, because let me tell y'all something. I'm about to go on a rant now, so hold on. Just hold on. I totally hate when people tag me on social media as the t-shirt lady. Because If you are looking for t-shirts and you're looking for a business to do something, you can find one. Everybody has a cell phone now, and everybody has Bing, Google, Firefox, whatever search engine, and everybody can find one. So when people tag me on social media and a whole lot of other folks, I know they're looking for the cheap. And I already know that that's not my customer. It's not my customer. You have to decide what type of printer you're going to be. Whether you're going to be elite, you're going to be just a regular old mediocre printer. Where you're going to stand, right? You don't want to be the cheapest of the cheap. You don't want to be the most expensive. You want to be known as that printer that I can go over there and I can talk to Miss Latona and she's gonna figure this out, right? You want to be known for a printer who keeps it real, who's honest, and tells you, hey, this ain't gonna come out right. This gonna look like crap. I just had that situation today where I noticed that the customer was getting, I'm going to be doing on the front of these caps, I'm going to do DTF print, or it may even possibly be a sublimation print on the front of these caps, depending on what the caps are made out of. They're white caps. And the cap is a 6-panel cap. A 6-panel cap, you have 6-panel caps that are structured, and then you have those that are unstructured. So this is a structured 6-panel cap. The 6-panel caps, they have so this is a 5-panel cap, right? 6-panel cap has a seam that comes down the middle. Some 6-panel caps have that hump, and so when you print over the hump, if you're screen printing or doing any type, whatever type of print, you'll see that imperfection in the print. So those types of caps, you normally want to put a raised print on. You don't want to do a flat print. We're doing a flat print, right, to save this customer money. So I had to explain to them, and what I told them is I said, hey, the cap that you've chosen has this lip. This cap is a cap that I personally know does not do well when you go over the seam, because some seams are flat and smooth, and then some seams have that hump. So since I know that, wouldn't you prefer to do business with a person who's going to tell you, hey, you're going to have a print that's going to have an imperfection in it right in the front of your logo, right there in the front. So you may want to reconsider. Would you like for me to find you something else? I've got several different ones that you can use, right? That will give you the same style, same feel. It's just this seam is going to be smooth, right? So as a consumer, people can appreciate that. And when you do that, what happens is it's much better than someone coming and picking it up. And then you're like, well, it's got a seam right there. What you want me to do? You didn't think that you was going to see the seam? You didn't think you was going to feel the seam? Well, I don't know what to tell you. You see what I'm saying? Versus we avoided any type of issues beforehand. So things like that, that's what you want to be known for. And you want to be able to explain. You have to learn your process. So I really believe, y'all, that when you're getting started, I don't believe that you need more than 2 processes, 3 at the very most. And when I say processes, I'm talking about processes, print processes on how you're printing. If you started out doing sublimation, master it. Master the sublimation. If you are doing some type of heat transfer, because heat transfers covers when I say heat transfers covers inkjet transfers, DTF transfers, anything that you're printing with a heat press, right? Master it and then move on. Because a lot of times people buy, you see this person with this equipment, you buy this equipment, and then you're like, oh, I see this over here. If I get this over here, it's going to make me better. The problem is you never mastered this equipment, right? So you have 5 or 6 different processes and you ain't never mastered nothing. For 15 years, we did nothing but print on t-shirts. We didn't print on cups. We printed a yoga mat for someone. That's what we printed. We printed t-shirts. We did not print any hard items or any of that stuff. It was t-shirts. What do you do? T-shirts. What kind of print you do? T-shirts. But guess what? Within t-shirts and hoodies and things like that, we did it all. If you want any type of specialty, that's why I tell people with screen printing is so much more than just regular ink. A lot of people don't know that if you're a screen printer, you can screen print puff ink. We have all types of specialty inks that we provide. Puff, metallics, glitters, nylon inks, inks that's made to feel and look like suede, right? We can do raised prints by stacking ink. There's so much stuff that we can do. We can do a faux rhinestone look. There's so much stuff that we can do. We can do CMY, what's called CMYK process, which will give you a photographic looking image. We can do simulated process, which is done on dark shirts to give you that same look of an image. A lot of people don't realize. They think, oh, I need to have the image has 10 colors in it. Not realizing that, oh, if you're good at what you do and you learn the process of the artwork, now you can reduce that artwork to 5 colors, right? So you have to learn all of these things. But I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm going to leave that alone, and then we're going to go ahead and get into having a little bit of fun, because I don't know about you, but I need to de-stress. So when you are 40%, however much time that you have to work on your business, right? 40% of your time, 40%, you should be putting into marketing and advertising and figuring out that part until you get things going and you get it up and running smooth, and now you got your marketing down, you got your advertising down. Because this is the thing. If you can sell it, right, somebody else can print it if you can't print it. That's what I mean. So, for example, if I'm in the process and I'm learning how to screen print, and I can only screen print one color because that's all I've learned how to do. I can't do full color. I can't do butt registration. I see something, it has shades and gradients, and I don't know how to mix those colors, right? Then I can outsource that. And I can order screen print transfers. Now, I'm not a fan of screen print transfers. I'm not really a fan of DTF. I am a fan of a couple of companies' DTFs. DTF transfers, some can be bad. It can leave a bad taste in customers' mouths, or my customers anyways. You have to be careful. Like, I hear people say, your customer don't care how it's printed. They just want it to look good. Not my customer. My customer wants it to look good today. They want it to look good in 6 months. Okay. My customer cares about the feel of the printed item. So if my customer wants a premium garment, there's no way in hell, no way in hell that I'm going to sell my customers a nice, soft, ring spun cotton, and then I'm gonna go slap a print on it that's gonna be hard as heck, and the shirt's not gonna breathe. No way. Not my customer, right? And that's where you have to know your customer. And that's where you know the business. Because I guarantee you, they may come and pick those shirts up and they're like, oh yeah, this is nice. But once they start washing it, that shirt is hard, baby. It's nothing like buying a nice soft shirt and having a nice soft shirt up against your body. And then you got a hard ass print. Oh, this is a PG channel. Then you have a hard print. So keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. Okay. So what are we going to do tonight? Let's jump over here because I got some stuff that I want to do. Let's see here. Y'all talking about some stuff. I'm going to move forward because I don't see. Yes, yes, my ultrasound, we can create 3D images. So we can do that even with screen printing. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do a 3D image, right? You can screen print a 3D image, and that's done by creating a thick stencil. So for example, if we have normally when you put emulsion here, or you make your stencil, right, and then you wash it out, your stencil has a thin lip. You can coat your screen, let it dry, go back, coat the screen, let it dry, go back, coat the screen, let it dry. The more layers you build up, the thicker your print's going to be, which is going to give you that raised print. You can print it, and then you can flash it and do a flash cure, and then come back around and print it. When they're doing like competitions, I've seen a print probably this thick, but that's for competition. Normally it's just going to be, raised up a little bit. So you can do, you can screen print it. You can do normally on hat logos. If you're going to do embroidery, they have like a foam that they put up underneath there, up under the stitch, to give you that raised look on the stitching. You can also do what's called brick vinyl. Has a really, really cool look to it. It's raised up. It's so many different things. The company Stalls has tons and tons of different stuff. I'm gonna have to show you something. I'm gonna make you a cap. I got you. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna make you my ultrasound cap, and that will show you that. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I thought somebody was saying something. Okay, so that's enough of the boss talk for now. So let's jump over here, and we are going to jump into the computer. Let me see. Oh my goodness, I gotta close up some of these. One thing about Corel, y'all, is you can have so many applications open. I probably have about 20 designs open over here. It looks like I'm running 2 of them total. I may want to do that Loving on Me. Let's see here. Let's close up some more stuff. Close that off. My t-shirt design stuff over here. Let me show you guys some cool AI art. My ultrasound, the last time that we spoke, we were talking about some AI art. Let me pull up my side-by-side camera, y'all. Let me go in and show you. So, I'm still working on this. So, I wanted to create something that's kind of out of this world. It's so I want, this is a cover. This is a cover image for live events here in Dallas, right? And so the thought was to create something for live events, right? However, so the theme is going to be probably like, imagine a world of creativity where anything that that if you can think of it, we can print it, right? So kind of making people think outside of the box. So when you look at these images, these are the images that I kind of created here. I went in and I told it that I wanted to do the Dallas skyline. So I had like a night skyline. I had someone out here doing printing here. So this is kind of, printing with flat printing. And so it just has that backdrop. And if you notice, then you have here where we have something like a futuristic, a mobile screen printing machine, but it's a futuristic machine. It's not something real, but it gives you, it goes with the theme of, if you can imagine it, we can create it. So hopefully you guys get that. So these are really cool. Using AI to incorporate things in my business, to do things like this artwork. This is going to be for the cover for the book that we're going to do for our live screen print event. So just sharing that with y'all. Let me go ahead and save this and close it out. So you can, and that just shows you ways that you can use AI when you don't get a image, right? You don't get an image that is exactly what you want, but you can still use it. And that's how I use AI, y'all. It's not, for me, it's not always about like creating artwork, how a lot of people create artwork. This is now this logo here, this is something that, you know what, let's do this one. Let's see, how many inches did I put on here? I did not tell her. So let's see. It was approved to print, so I'll grab it. We'll copy it. And this should do fine as a screen print. Let's go over here and let's paste it. This should do fine. And go ahead and make it the size that I want it to be. So a standard screen print is going to be, now this ain't my artwork, y'all. This is their artwork. So, but I'm looking at it and I'm looking at this S right here, right? And because I can't go out like that, I don't like that at all. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it up for them real quick. I am going to clean this up. So when you click on these nodes, you can kind of straighten this up. This just doing little stuff like this here for customers. Like, I know your artwork is crap, but if it takes you a couple of minutes, you could have a standard art fee. And if you have a standard art fee, My standard art fee is like $25. Then that's what this goes to. I'm having a hard time here, y'all. Trying to straighten this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to this smooth tool. Now the smooth tool, it will smooth out your image. So notice I'm coming down with it, bringing it, trying to make this circle. There we go. Sometimes it will do things for me a little bit faster than I can do it for myself. Let's see. Just kind of smooth that out a little bit. Even right here, I'll go in and I will do this. So today, I was talking to somebody, and I'm going to tell y'all something. When you're talking about like professional programs, right? And people say, well, hey, I don't like, for example, I don't like, you shouldn't design in Canva. You have to have a professional program. Now, I do believe that you should have a professional graphics program. However, at the same time, y'all, I don't know where's my shape tool? I ain't shaping nothing here. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm gonna take that one and delete it out of there and delete this one too. So I believe that you should have a professional design program. However, I do believe that some of these programs like Canva can delete a background faster than I can delete a background over here. So a lot of these apps that they have out here now, they work good for what they, for what they work for. So I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, you shouldn't get this or you shouldn't have that. You should only use Corel or you should only use Adobe. Everything has its uses. I really don't like how they have these points on here. But again, this ain't my artwork. This we are going to delete, and that we're going to delete. Because that is just ugly. Let's see here. It looks like the trace on this is the issue. Let me go back. Let me go back and see if she... Let me look, y'all, because... Let me see if... It looks like the trace on there is a bad trace. That is her PNG. Let me see. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me go back in and I'm going to do another trace on this just because it is not giving me that crisp look that I'm looking for. And that's going to be an issue when I get ready to burn this screen. It's going to be a big issue. Well, we're not going to burn the screen. We're going to cut the screen out in vinyl. So hopefully, I am getting ready to go to, I'm getting ready to go and do the impression show in Long Beach. I have 2 talks that I'm going to be talking on. One, which is how to start a t-shirt business without losing your shirt. I've got some really good stuff to share as far as that goes. And then I'm going to be talking about some issues on a panel, talking about some issues that are going on, women's issues that are going on in the industry. Oh, how did I do that? Let me go zoom back out. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay. So this is an example. Let's go in here. I need to see a before and after. It's kind of pan in. That's a little bit, might be a little bit better. I still see that dip in there, but I'll take it. Times when you convert that image over in Corel and you convert it over to black and white, it actually gives you a much better look. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to ungroup all of this, and then I'm going to try to combine it and hope that it just pulls that black in there. Nope, and it did not. Sometimes it will pull those inside pieces out when you just go in and combine that image, and sometimes it won't. And I really didn't have to even cut this out, but yeah, we can actually leave all this stuff here. Let's just group it, objects, and group it and put it over here. So I want this to be, it's going on hoodies. I need to make sure that it's not too long down because the hoodie's going to have the jacket there. So I need to look and see what the sizes of the hoodies are so that I'll know the smallest size. Ooh, smallest size is like extra small. So I'm not going to go any further than about 10 inches down. Let's see. So if I make this a 10 inches across, that'll go 10, 7. That will make it. That will make it. If I go 10, 5, let's see what that will do for me. 10, 5. It'll be up a little high, but that should be fine. So what you would do normally, guys, is you would measure your hoodie. Let's grab the hoodie. So normally you would take your hoodie and measure your hoodie from here to make sure on your smallest size. My smallest size is going to be a extra large so that I don't go over here. Now, if you're doing like some type of hip hop design, or if you're doing, you know, something urban, a lot of times we print right over this, right? You just have to let your customer know that, again, you're going to see the break in the seam. But I should be fine with that, how I have it. I've done enough of them to know. So what I'm going to try to do is, this will be a good candidate to do this job over here on. To do over here. Let's see. So the paper that I have, what I'm going to use is going to be this. We're going to print this on the, I'm going to do it on the Silhouette, whatever product that you have, whatever, not product, but whatever type of cutter you have. We're going to print this out. I'm going to try it on this Auramask masking film, right? And the reason I'm going to try it on this one is because this is kind of matte. There's a couple of ways that you can do that you can create a stencil for screen printing to put on a screen. This one is going to be a removable, right? Now, you can, I've seen people who use heat press vinyl, and then you could heat press your vinyl onto this fabric. Just know, I mean, it's a screen, but screen is just a mesh. It's like a nylon mesh. They're no longer made out of silk. So they screen print and you heat press this onto this, right? The issue is you don't want to burn the screen and you want to be able to reuse the screen. So we're going to do it with the vinyl. Now, you can also use, like, let's say if you use a 630 or 651, this one's going to be like a permanent vinyl. I don't like using the shiny vinyls because the shiny vinyls, what happens is when you start screen printing, right? And if ink pushes from up under the screen, because, then what happens is it will smear, right, up underneath there. So if you use a vinyl, you want to use a matte vinyl so that it does not smear up underneath it if you have any type of issues. Let's just save this as a, I'm still not that happy with this image, and I'm gonna probably go back and, yeah, I'm not feeling this at all. Yeah, I'm not feeling it at all, at all, at all. Shape. Come on. It's not going to give it to me. I'll have to break it all apart. I'm not really feeling this at all. So, before the video, because I'm looking at it and I wouldn't want to use this because I do want it to be smooth, my print. So I may call her. Nah, I don't have time to be calling her. Let's just go here and go object. Yeah. Let's take that up. So I have a pen. If you have a design pen, here it is here. So this pen right here, guys, this will work in Windows Ink. I would have to take this off of this computer, and then I could actually draw with this pen. That's all I need is that little piece right there. That looks a lot better. And then I'll go here and here on this point. I want to bring this up. And this more of a straight point. Let's see. That down. You need to come over here and come across. Bring that down. Okay, that's a lot better. This stuff shows when you go in and do and cut the image, it will show. So it's not that I'm nitpicking, it's just that I would like to actually be able to use this print that I'm gonna do, y'all. Okay. That's the thing, is I want to be actually able to use it. Yeah. Yep, I'll probably end up redoing this whole thing. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and outsource it and send it over. So I used to be able to, y'all can't see nothing. I used to be able to, what is the name of this? Whose job is this? Her name is Barry. Oh, did I click that? Okay, what happened? Okay. So I used to be able to send my jobs directly from Silhouette Studios, directly from Corel to Silhouette Studio. I don't know what the deal is with the Silhouette Connect with the newer versions of Corel. So I'm not sure why. Let's see. It's in here somewhere. Launch. Okay. So see right here, this is where you are able to launch different programs. And I'm not sure why, but I ended up deleting Silhouette Connect off of here because I could not get it to launch over there anymore. So, and I could go ahead and print that, cut that off of there too. But we'll just focus on one thing at right now. So I'm just going to open it up. But normally it would just open up and you could actually cut from in Corel Draw. I don't know what's going on with it now. Why, I don't know what's going on. So my desktop is unorganized again, guys. Alicia, she needs to be done next Monday. I'm just waiting on it to open me view and take this auto arrange off. I need that one to be done on Monday. This one, I need this order to be done Wednesday. This order right here, I'm gonna put it here. This one over here is pending. This one, all of these need to go over here together. STA job proof. That one will go there. This is a bracken. That's there. That's there. I'm gonna put all of those in a folder. Okay. So as I'm organizing my desktop, y'all. Okay, let me just discard all this because I don't know what it is. Okay, so get this done and get it over with. Oh, I did hit print and ain't nothing there to print. Know what I'm thinking. Okay, so we are going to open. Let's go in and open up this logo here. Okay, here we go. I got it at 11.2 by 10. That's fine. We'll put it on a 12 by 12 mat. Because I am going to cut it on this mat. Okay. So, when we cut it, we are going to flip it. I like to do that over here. Just for some reason. That's just me. Right? Okay. So when we cut it and we raise it up, nope, nope, nope. Let me think. When we cut it, I am going to have it here. So over here. Yep, I need to cut it backwards. So we're going to cut it backwards. Okay. I'll go ahead and put this in here. Load it up. I need to do some tests with this material because I have never used this material before. So I'm going to put it where I think it should be on this material and do a test cut. So let's go over here and see if it has this Oracle stencil material in here. It probably does not, but we can always take a look and see. I'll tell y'all, all of these little stick 'em up notes have really helped me throughout the week. But I purchased the ones that I purchased off of Amazon. Do not go buy those off of my Amazon store because I'm going to remove them because they do not stick well. Don't stick well at all. They don't stick well at all. Oh, let's see here. What are these? Is that as high as far as that's going to cut? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So, why is that showing? I tell y'all, it's that cutter. It's that, that recorder. It does the craziest things. Hold on. What I'm going to do is let me close out Corel. Close out all these different. You have too much stuff going on. I still have not I'm yet to, y'all see how I be working. I be having stuff open, baby. I tell you, I have 100 things open. Sure do. Come on, close all of these. There's no way to close them all at one time. I need to remember when I'm going to go live to close up all of this stuff because I will have 100 things going and popping. Okay, one more. Let me close out this contract right here. Okay, I can close that down. Okay, y'all, that still have not closed. And go back over here and see if I can get it to close. Get that to don't save. And yes, close it. Now let me go back over here. So apparently that is as far as that's going to print. So let me see. Can I change that size on that mat? I normally don't use that 12 by 12. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make it look like it's taller. Do 12 by 15 so that it keeps cutting. And what size is that mat actually? It's 12 by 12, but it will still cut down there. So I'm gonna take it up. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, y'all, so I don't have no problems. So I'm really hoping that next week is that I'm moving stuff. The key is don't move nothing. Don't move nothing. Y'all know what I need to put? There's something that I need to put on here. I need to put some registration marks on this. And I will just use a little heart or anything like that. You can use a plus symbol. I'm just going to use this as a registration mark. And grab those two and align them to the center. Did it do it? I think it did. Okay. So that's my registration mark right there to know that my job is going to be registered the same, right? So, and that's kind of big. You don't have to have it that big, but that's fine. So that will help you align the job. Now let's go over here to print and go ahead and cut that. And like I said, I was just going to put it on whatever material I think it will be fine on to do the test print, because I did not do any test print. Now I see a stencil. I saw stencil here. Although I'm used to stencil paper being really like thick, so I want to see what it's going to say. So it's saying 33. That's too much force. That's too much force. That's too much force. So let's do a sticker paper. I still think that's too much force. Also, I'm going to bring this down to 18. I'll put this speed at 7 and bring this blade to 2 and do a test. Let's do a test on here. Yep. That's definitely even. Okay. So the good thing is it did not go through the paper. We don't want it to go through the back of the paper. And we want it to just cut perfectly. So it did not go through the back of this paper. So I'm happy about that. This stencil material is very, very thin, y'all. So I think that 2 is fine. And actually, even on this force, I'm bringing that force down to 15. Okay. And we can go ahead and cut this. Okay. So that is cutting. And I will bring my camera back up and kind of move you guys from over. What's going on the underside? What's going on the underside of what? Of what? What are we talking about? The underside. Let me see. So let me go through here and see who's all in the chat. Ruby, how are you? A to Z, how are you? Up Designs, what's up? Octavius, what's up? Hey Ree, hey Cleve, April, Cynthia, spoke to you earlier. My girl Mel, how are you? Nicole, hey lady. Baby Giant, how's it going? April, hey. Jesse, my ultrasound, craftable things, how are you? Miss Joy, hey everybody. I think I got all of y'all. Oh, having that many pages open. So normally when I'm working, I probably have maybe like 10 different Corel pages open. And then I'll have a lot of Excel pages, or I'll have Word documents going, and then I'll have like different browser pages. So I have to have a pretty strong laptop. Running OBS Studio makes it even more difficult. So I just totally cleared out the laptop, y'all. Hopefully, if y'all are hearing static, then it's because the machine is running back there, but it'll be done in a second. We try to grab some stuff while that is going, so I'll be ready. And I will just go ahead. It is cold, 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 cold. And I am even getting a little chilly in here with the weather situation changing. The weather is changing here today, y'all. Okay. So hopefully I'm cutting it really close on this design, y'all. Okay. Okay. Now where are my vice grips? Because I'm going to definitely need a couple of vice grips. Okay. I'm gathering everything that y'all need to hold this down. Clamps. Glasses. I tell y'all, I can't see for nothing no more, honey. Hopefully, my clamps are not all outside in the garage. If they are, I will improvise. We definitely need them because they're going to be very important to the outcome of the project. Okay. We're about to do some screen printing up in here. Okay, I'm gonna go and grab the clamp. The clamp is pressed down. Sorry guys for coming over everything. Clamps, 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 clamps. Huh. Maybe they are in. Go grab a table so I can show you guys how to make this screen print. Okay, guys, so we are going to be doing a little improvising today. I still have not found my clamp, so let me turn this chair this way and turn this down some. So this is just a food tray that I have. And what I am going to do, if I can find me a clamp, two clamps. So you buy your clamps off of Amazon. This end back here, you can screw down to a table or what have you, but we're not going to screw ours down. I'm going to take the clamps and I am going to separate them, and I have some vice grips around here somewhere, and hopefully I will be able to find them. This is going to be our press. So you're just going to take this little foot, raise this up. I guess I could have turned it around this way, huh, to show you guys. So this is going to give you more stability with your print. Okay. It's going to give you more stability with your print. And you do want to have, so you would have a board a little bit wider than this one. Now I'm going to use, let's see here, because let me grab something, because if I can't find my clamps, you need some C-clamps to hold this baby down. And I know I had some. I just had them. Let's see. We will use this. I got other clamps I can use, but I'm actually looking for my C-clamps so I wouldn't have to take anything apart. So y'all hold on just a second. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to use one of these clamps. This actually comes off of like a camera, but I will use that one, and then I should have another one over there somewhere. We'll find to use. So, for example, this is here. We're going to clamp this down because this is going to be temporary for me. So you will need two C-clamps, and then you will be able to raise this and lower this. And so that is right there. I've got to kind of do a little bit of maneuvering with this one because I need to be, you want this to raise, you want to be able to raise this all the way up, and you want to be able to stand. So I'm going to have to drop this from to the bottom. I'm going to try to put it to the bottom side and see. But you guys get the idea of what's going on here. Hopefully I have another one of these. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Where's my clamps, y'all? Okay. Okay. I need to get over in here in this corner. Look for the clamps. Da, da, da. Now, if I wasn't doing a live, it's right here in my face. Okay, well, hopefully I will find them as I'm going. Hopefully I will find it before I'm done with this. And we ready to do this. Hopefully I will find it, y'all. But right now, right now it is looking like it is nowhere to be found. So I'm going to take this board. It's on the side. And we will go ahead and take, where'd the glasses go? So I'm going to go ahead and pick this, but I need to pick the inside of the letters out. So you're going to be picking in reverse to pull the stencil. So it would be all of this. So we want the A. Oh, I already lost the eyeball. Pulling too fast. This material here is really, really thin. And you have to get used to doing this. I actually pulled up one of my eyeballs. I'll go over there and see if I can put it back on here. I would probably look and find a thicker stencil. This is what I have here now. So this is what we trying. This is what we are trying. So far, that's what I have so far. So now I have to pick out the letters and looking at it, because sometimes y'all, you gotta look and see what you're doing. Let's see here. So I'm on, there we go. Okay. So we want the black on the inside of the letters. So we're going to pull out all of this outside, because you got to remember that you're going to be pulling backwards from what you would normally be doing. So we're pulling it backwards like this. Now, when you do this, the screen that you're going to buy online, you're going to buy a 110 mesh screen. I'm going to actually end up doing this tonight with this screen, which is a yellow mesh screen. It's probably like a 230 or 205 mesh screen, which means that this one is for high detail. So the holes in this is going to be super, super small. It's not going to let out as much ink, so which can cause a problem when you are doing prints like this. You want to be able to get it in 1 or 2 hits without doing like a print flash print. I forgot I don't have a heat press in here to cure this. It's in the closet. Maybe I'll get Ken to pull it out. I'm trying to find that eyeball, y'all. So it looks like I'm gonna, this is for training purposes anyway. If I actually wanted to use this, I'll probably have to just print out another eyeball. Or there it is. There it is. Now, my concern with this material is going to be if it's going to be sticky enough to be masked. For a second. Let's just set this up here on the table. Okay. Okay. So you want to measure your screen. This screen is 20 inches. So put a line at the 10-inch mark. Now this is when a fabric marker would come in handy. I don't have one, but you know the white fabric markers that you can erase off of. Get your fabric marker and write on here with the fabric marker, because if I had a fabric marker, I could go straight down this whole line and make sure that my job is registered. I'm trying to see that my registration marks come off. One is there, and so it only did part of it. And on the other one, on the top, because remember my design is so big. So what you would do now is we need to lift this design off of here. So what we need now is we need a piece of masking tape. And let's see, do we have any masking tape around here? Let's see what we can find. I'm going to try this. And if this does not work, then the video is going to be jacked up. But I will go ahead and try it. So normally, so we have, you know, like the yellow masking tape, but you can find a masking tape that goes with the material. I'm going to try to use this Hot Fix tape tonight. Trying to use the things that I have here to get this done. And yes, I still have this humongous gargantuan roll of tape that I probably paid $50, $60 for back in the day. This is no telling how much it costs now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I need a squeegee. See if I can find some type of a squeegee. And if we ain't got a squeegee, we're going to make it work. We're going to read all this tonight. Here's a little bitty one. We're going to read it all tonight. So, like I said, normally I would use a piece of yellow, just regular masking tape, but that ain't looking possible tonight. No. So if the left hand thing looks weird to you, just know that it's because I am a very, very left-handed person. And you want to squeegee this. So normally I'm on the opposite side of you guys, but it's just like if you were doing a sign, you would just squeegee this down, and as this comes like this, you're rolling. Let me come this way. So when we're making signs, we're rolling, but we're rolling and squeegeeing, but we're normally rolling and squeegeeing with a big squeegee. We're using it tonight. Okay. I'm not going to do too much rubbing with this mask because I just need it to get the job done. So about here is where I want this to be. And actually, I need to pick this. Let's see, is it going to pick this thing up? Is it going to separate from the paper, y'all? I sure hope so. I do have a little lip there. Hopefully, I can get this here. I'm going to come down about, I'm going to eyeball this tonight. I'm going to eyeball this tonight. So normally, you're going to come down about 4 fingers and then start your print. We're going to eyeball this tonight. But if this was a real job, we would definitely not be wanting to eyeball it. Hopefully I can get this off of here. Does not look like this mask is going to come off of here. Let's see. Well, maybe it is. Oh, y'all. It's not going to come. It does not want to come off without me squeeging it. So let's see. Since I have not, you know, some items you mask and you can't pick it up. So, because this is rhinestone tape, it's not for this. So, hopefully it coming off. Now, hopefully we are able to get the mask off. So this is going to be our stencil right here. Now I got to pray that I can get the mask off. And again, this is going to be really important to get this right there. Boom, 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 boom. Right there should be. Yep, that's definitely crooked. Definitely crooked. Next time I will do the correct masking for y'all. We'll do this again. This will just be just the first try on me trying this particular type of mask. Okay. So I can tell you that for me, I'd probably want to find a thicker vinyl that is I'm going to look at the inkwell. You do want to be able to feel the ridge that separates the mask from your design. And you want this to stick on to where you're able to do a good 100 shirts or however many shirts you're trying to do. So let's see if so far so good. We're going to take it nice and easy. Nice and easy. Not bad. Doesn't feel too bad. My concern is that if I have pieces coming up from the mask, situation would be, but we'll be screen printing in just a minute. This tape right here, normally when you're doing this with the masking tape, y'all, this tape is not as sticky. To where it's, you know, it will release your pencil a lot easier, a lot faster. Now, me, as long as it's taken to cut this and to mask this, I could have did this with emulsion and been done with it. But where this will help is this will help you if you're at home and you are not able to coat a screen, right? This is a way, it's not a I don't want y'all to think, okay, this is a way for you to bypass doing a traditional stencil, right? Because it's not. But it is a way that you can go ahead and get your jobs done. Yeah, this stencil material here, I think, and it could be because it lays on here afterwards, but we don't know what it's gonna do once it's not really sticky. This one does not feel like super sticky to me. I would want a stencil material that feels a lot stickier than this. And like I said, it could be, it could be the me pulling it up with this super sticky paper. So I just feel like if you're doing something that has a lot of detail, that it may be a problem. It's laying pretty good though, y'all. It is. It really is. For me to be doing it with this. It is laying flat on there. If you have vinyl at home, try your vinyl. Finally, we got that off. Okay. What I'm going to do is because I want to make sure that this is squeegee down. I'll put it to where it lays flat on here. Okay. So this looks like a traditional screen. Okay. But you have to remember that it does not have, it's only coated on one side. But now when I feel this, I can feel the ridges. So as far as the thickness of the stencil, the thickness of the stencil is fine. Now, where we're going to understand and know the quality is once we actually start screen printing, and knowing if any of this adhesive comes up. That's why I said I would like to have a stencil that is probably a little bit stickier than this for me. Okay. So when you print it, this is what you're seeing. You're going to be seeing it going the right way, right? Y'all have any questions? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and tape this up. And normally I do tape from the inside. And so since I normally do tape from the inside, I'll go ahead and tape from the inside anyway. It's just to show. I am not a fan of this tape. So this is a screen print tape that it's like a split tape. So the top right here is not sticky and only that white part is sticky, but where the red is, that part's not sticky at all. Yeah. And that's why I don't like this tape. It just falls apart. It does. I'd rather use a blue Scotch tape. Now, forgive me for being so slow, but I am working in a tight space here. The reason that I tape from the inside, the reason that you want to tape from the inside is because if ink gets over You don't want any ink getting over into the crevices of your screen. It makes it difficult to clean it. You don't want to deal with that, trust me. So tonight we're going to be using Plastisol ink. We're going to use a white. I guess we're going to dry with the heat press. See if I can get the heat press out, y'all. I just had ordered 2 more heat presses. Yeah, I can't help but. Okay. So then from here, you just go ahead and tape the whole inside of this area. Let's see, do I have my regular blue tape? It would be a lot, so much faster for me to tape. So this tape here, the regular screen printing tape, it's just so sticky to me, guys, that I've never liked it. In 20 years, I've always used blue tape. Not the cheap one from the dollar store. They also have, if you're screen printing professionally and you don't want to have to tape, they have what's called Blockout. And so Blockout is a liquid that you squeegee on around your design. Okay? That tape should be super sticky. Do you mean when you say the tape should be super, so when you are taping up your design, like so, show you guys something. I normally typically want to come a little bit up from this design so that as I'm pushing my squeegee right off in here, right, this tape doesn't move. But this design is taped up and it's ready to go. The only thing that I'm missing here is a dot on that eye. And we are going to make this dot on the eye with a sharp marker. And we're going to just mark it till it's dark so that the ink does not come through. That's my tip for y'all. Okay. So we got that ready. Let me do a quick cleanup. Now something you may need is a tack spray to tack down your shirts. Now for this particular table, the way it's made, I may not be able to, like, if you want a table to where you could load, you know, if this was a little bit bigger, we could, a big shirt, we could load it. But if you had a table where you had, if you built something where you could just load, you could load your shirt. Tonight we're going to lay the shirt on top, which is not how I prefer to print, but that's what we're going to do tonight. We will lay it, and let's see if I need to make sure. I'll take that back. And looks like I am going to try to do my clamp with one clamp, y'all. Okay, because I got one of these. When I tell you we rigging tonight. Okay. Okay. We are rigging up this up a press to print with tonight. See if this is going to work for me. We done made it work. Now it's not gonna lean back unless I move that. Let me see. And by moving that, that may make it not be so firm. Okay. There we go. Perfect. You want it to be able to raise up when you're working. Okay. Now I want to come over, show you guys something. So this particular, what the clamp does, the key is in the clamp. What the clamp does is the clamp, if you look really closely, right here, you see here, this is raised up. So this should give you that 1/8 of an inch that you need, 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch of off contact when you are printing whatever you are printing. Now, I don't know if it's the floor in here or what, but I see that mine's is not up like I would like for it to be. But we can do a quick fix with that. It's going to be really, really easy. How you going to raise up your off contact when you're printing on a cheap press like this. Get a quarter. I got a penny. This is going to give me a little bit more of a lip. Okay. If you're printing with a table and the table comes all the way out here, which I don't have one tonight, that will, you see how now, y'all see that? I can push it a little bit. You put a quarter at the end of the table too. Then you have that just the right amount of have just the right amount that you need. Now, do a couple of things. Now, I don't like for my shirt to move. You can spray the table down. We're going to try not to spray the table down. You can take your shirt, let's say like you have this board right here. You can take your shirt and put your shirt inside of here of your on your sticky board, because the board's going to be sticky. Remember that part, right? And you can line it up like this. This will make it not, the shirt not move for you when you go to print it, and then you can go in. Now this is going to be kind of hard for me to print because I already see that I don't have just a flat space. Gotta be quick with it. That I don't have just a perfect flat space. So my table is not actually long enough for me, right? If you took this and lifted this up and put it on a piece of on a 2x4 and made an arm, it'd be even better. So we could take this. Let's see here. Oh, guys, you know what? This actually goes this way. I know what I'm thinking. So because I'm printing from in a reverse way than I would print if I was actually in there in my shop printing. So we'll take this here and we should be able to hit that and be good to go with it. Okay. Let's see here how far that comes down. That looks like it's going to hit right about there. Look, I got a little off contact, so that should pop up for me. Okay. So what we're going to use tonight? What are we going to use tonight? We're going to have ink. We are going to use Plastisol ink. I use Plastisol ink, y'all. And you can go now, you can do the Speedball ink. Speedball is a water-based ink. I do use a Plastisol ink because you see this ink right here? It's been sitting out there in my shop with no lid on it and it's still good. That's why I use Plastisol ink. So we're going to put some ink up here at the top. Rub it around with that spatula. You want your ink to be stirred up. Now, like I said, hopefully this shirt does not move because I don't have it. You know, there's no way for me to really spray it down because I don't have the proper board. But if you did have like a board that you make and put a little space in between these two, it'd be perfect for you to be able to screen print. Now let me see here. We are going to need a squeegee, which I do have a squeegee here, but I'm going to have to clean the ink off of it. So give me a quick second and let me get this ink off the squeegee, y'all. Quickest way to get your ink off of a squeegee is to have like that board that I had, but I'm using a knife. Have something sharp. Remove this extra ink. This ink could actually go back into the container. They have what's called degreaser. You can buy it off of Amazon or at any screen print supply shop. Next video I do, next time I show you guys this, I'll do a couple more. I will make sure that I have everything in the house, bring everything in here that I need, or if I do it out there in the shop. I want to actually do it in here so you can see how much space you literally need to be able to get this done. So you could do this on a 6-foot table. You know, you could put it on the other side of the table and have shirts on that side of you. Have your stack of shirts here and then move the shirt here, print it, raise it up, move it over to the side. You got your heat press over there, heat press it. I still didn't bring the heat press in. In that closet at the bottom of the closet, and I don't got 2 heat presses out in the garage, and I got one. I got so many heat presses because they for events. These are baby wipes, so I use the baby wipes to Wipe everything down. Okay. It's about showtime. Let me take this shirt off. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. And I gotta get over here and take this extra shirt off. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. So, it's showtime. Okay, let me see how many people we got. Y'all got any questions so far? Y'all still with me? Okay. Here's how you do it. Okay, now I am standing up, but we're going to sit down because this is short. Normally, I would not have so far to pull, but it is what it is. So here we go. You are going to take two hands, just like this, to the fingers. Pull that up. Okay. On your first time that you come up, might take you a second, right? See, there's a piece of ink that's missing from right there. So I'm just going to pull it up. Now, I'm doing one hand. You want to do two hands. You want to raise it up and look up underneath your screen and see that your inkwell is filled. And I see a place right there that's not filled. But I'm going to actually go ahead and go with it. This is going to be hit at the very bottom. Now me, I'm a pusher. Okay. I push. I'm going to hold this because I only got one clamp on it. That's not how you screen print. You screen print like this and push forward. The majority of people that try to screen print with one hand is not going to get it. Okay, so we went through once. Try it again. This is a really, really thick. Let me see here. I can stand up and do this on this little board. I could at least pick the table, y'all, that would not move. Get a table that won't move. Okay. I'm gonna call my man in here. So that's our first print. Trying to see if I can get it to come through. Okay. I'm gonna have to push it through a couple of times. So if you notice, this print is really light. It's really, really light. And for one, it's light because it's on a 230 mesh. So a 230 mesh, remember when I said really does not let a lot of ink come through, but I should be able to get a better coverage than this. So normally if we're printing on a 230, we'll print, then flash, then print again. I don't want to keep messing up shirts. So what I'm going to do is do what I normally do. Let me see what I can find. Let me see what I can find. I have some brown paper and I'm gonna print it on that brown paper. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab some. board is not stable at all. Not at all. So it normally takes a few prints once you start printing to get your screen going, especially on a 230 or when you print a screen like this that is made for higher detail. And remember, I have one clamping this down. Whereas is that the wrong screen opener? Wrong thing, y'all. Wrong thing. That is screen. This is screen opener and not screen adhesive. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. Screen opener opens up the screen when something is what screen opener does. It is not meant to screen opener is meant to do something else. Pull the wrong thing out. Oh, so my room is really stinking now. Spray adhesive. Spray adhesive is meant to hold things down. And what did I do with the roll? Let's see. Yep. That paper should be about wide enough, guys. Should be wide enough for me to get this design on. Should be wide enough. I cannot with this table. Let me try it with my feet to hold this little table together. I may clamp this board. Well, the good thing is that I can tell y'all that screen will work. That it will work a lot better. So that is one done on paper. So it's starting to come through over there. Nice and thick. I'll hit it one more time. Actually, I may not even hit it one more time. I might just put it on something. Let me see. You got a bag? Up with these bags. Maybe I could have put it on a bag. Hold it with your head. Whatever you gotta do. So this table right here, y'all, is really not sturdy enough to hold this down the way that I need to be able to hold it. See how it's moving? So the table's just not sturdy enough at all for me to do this with. I would call Ken in here while I hold it, but he's already in the bed, y'all. Yeah, we'll get another table and this do this on another table because it's just the table is the issue that's stopping us from having a good sturdy print. Let's see. Wonder if I could. Yeah, I need a better table. Y'all. We're not gonna mess up any more shirts. We're not gonna mess up my shirts. We need a better table so that we could get it off of there. Let's see here. Do I have? What do I have here? It will start fogging up. Here's one. Here's the shirt. We'll mess up one more shirt. Is that my alarm? My print is not coming out on this. I cannot get this flat. Well, that shirt is too wrinkled, y'all. Let me just leave that alone. And I will find a better something to hold this on and find my clamps, and I'll just leave this in here tonight and reclamp this and then come back. I'll come back on tomorrow and we will get this right. Okay. Hopefully that sounds better for y'all. Because, but that's basically how you do it. That's basically how you do it, y'all. You just have to, I just need a better table. I could print it if I put it on my desk. I could print on my desk, but we don't want to move all of that stuff. So we'll I actually have one of these with the clamps that's already clamped down that's on a wooden board. So maybe that will because this is just so light, it's just moving. Maybe if I put it up against that, it wouldn't move. You know what? That won't move. Let me try something. Or it won't go though. I'd have to actually print, but it wouldn't move. Oh, because it's here. That's up in the air. Yeah, it wouldn't come all the way flat down. So that wouldn't be, yeah, that wouldn't be good. That's not gonna work either. I was thinking that because it seemed like it was like the table was down, that I could keep it where it, I may be able to hold it like this here with my hand. Let me see. Let me see here. I might be able to hold it with my hand and get it to, and get this the print. Okay. Because if I hold it here, I can push it up against there. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. I need some more ink though. Almost. Hmm. Yep, that will almost work. Giving me a better output. Almost, y'all. Just need to get something flatter to get a little bit flatter. And what I'll do is we'll do this again. That'll give me a chance to go in, fix the design, how I want it to be fixed, and all of that. But I just want to kind of give y'all an overview on how you can print. Sorry we can't successfully make a shirt, but shit happens or things happen. Sometimes things happen. And we will just, I'll set this back up, find my clamps, and you really do need two of these. This one clamp is kind of loose. You really do need to use two of these. And I would go ahead, if you get a board, and screw it onto a piece of board. And I may get a 2x4 and just show you guys the whole, I don't know. I may. I'll figure it out. But we will hey, come back on tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow and hit it again. I'll find something. I need to find something laying around here that's just a little bit longer. Hopefully y'all learn something. Hopefully you learn something. Right? All right, y'all. I'm tired and I need to clean up around here. This stuff right here is caustic, and it is what you use to open the screens. I can leave that in the screen like tonight for the next few days or whatever, not have to worry about it. So I'm just going to leave that stuff in there for tonight. If you have any questions before I get up off of here? Mel, did you make it in? I know it's cold out there by now. Oh, I need that. That's one of my hooks that I'm going to need. You guys don't have any questions, I'm going and jump off. And okay, y'all. Talk to y'all in the next video. Y'all have a good night.